welcome back. You're still watching Perspective, and we're still talking to Kian Moini from Lamudi Global. Sorry. Let's talk about your services. Mm-hmm. You have the conventional services, which is basically offering a platform for a buyer and those selling to actually meet. Is there other services that you're providing?
So the truly new and unique service that I mentioned earlier, dial for home, right?
Oh, the telephone service.
Exactly, the telephone service, where we match basically people that cannot reach us for any reason through mobile or desktop, but then have their phone, right? And the phone penetration in Indonesia, I think, is at 88%. Mm-hmm. The smartphone penetration is at 23%. Mm-hmm. So that gap we're basically bridging, and even though it's over time going to decrease that gap, we still want to cater it, and we want to add that value to the market through also to that part of the market.
It is very strange for me to understand that, because buying property is something that you really want to pour. You want to think about it. You want to really look at but by telephone you just get contact, basically, no?
Exactly, and maybe that's. I mean, we basically. It takes stages, right? From you looking for a place to really making transaction. The first place is you have X number of potential listings that you're looking at, and then the next step is you shortlist, and then the next step is you sort of qualify, and then you contact. And the problem that we have across markets is that if this is offline, it's extremely painful. To basically go through that entire list. And now the qualification part is literally not possible, actually, without having made the call. So this part you sort of have to skip, and takes a lot of time, and the qualification then is not done properly. So online we actually do cater to exactly that, and that you only have to contact the people that actually have what you're looking for, right? And that is up to then it's what you said. Then it's sitting down together, not only sitting down together, but visiting the place. Exactly, and it's 100% traditional. It's nothing to do with online anymore.
So it's just a platform. The offering is there.
Exactly. We cater to the first part of the real estate search.
Right. And in terms of like, when you compare it to the competition, for example, where do you think is your strength? In what area is your strength compared to the others? I mean, other people do offer the same services, for example.
It's very much the 100% focus on user experience. So not only in our products or our website, our applications, but also in what I described earlier, the service that we provide to our clients to make sure that the listings are good quality, that they're up to date, and that then eventually is going to reflect in the user experience, right? As I said earlier, first step is if you find what you're looking for. Second step is you get a detailed view on it and sort of qualify. Next step is you make the contact, and each three we 100% focus on our local operations to work perfectly.
Does it differ from country to country?
The processes are very similar, and let's say the stage of the client engagement is a little bit different. Because in the perception of online and the value received from online is just a little bit different. But we're heading in the same direction in all countries. Let's say if one is at this stage, the other is at this stage, but it's all going to take the same curve. Right.
And have you got like, okay, you've got the online platform, you've got a telephone platform. Anything in print, for example?
We actually, good that you ask. We're actually about to launch in around mid-March, end of March, our first magazine, which we're going to distribute for free, actually, in public areas like Starbucks and airports, etc. And yeah, we're actually just in the process of building the content, signing clients for the editorial space. And yeah, I think it's basically going to expand.
So you're going to be multi-platform as well.
Exactly. I mean, what we do, our value add is really helping people finding their dream place and learning about real estate along the way. And through our services, we cater to exactly that.
Now we're talking in future, for example, you have plans to expand or whatever. It's where is the priority? Is it expansion versus like focusing on improving a certain market first before expanding?
It's certainly a lot of focus on improving now. We are already at a very
you're still very young. I mean, it's what company was founded in 2012,
Q4 2013.
2013. So
yes.
That's a very young company.
Yeah, we're a very young company, but we're also pretty much the fastest growing across the globe, actually, as a real estate portal. Right. And that comes down to our execution speed and taking learnings from one country to the other, and being super flexible and entrepreneurial in how we're improving. So, and that I'm really proud of, is we try out everything we can to improve, and we drop immediately the things that don't work, and we push the things that do work.
Does this drop and the trial and error process, for example, is it for every country?
No, that's what I said. So we often try something in one country. If it works, we basically apply it in the other countries if it works there as well. And
if not, we drop it.
Exactly. And even better, something that didn't turn out too well, we never try again in another country, or we might in the future if we see a potential fit.
So the answer is optimization of existing.
And we are in highly attractive markets, especially Indonesia, and we want to make sure that our footprint is now not only getting stronger, but we're gonna be the key player in the market. And again, it's not a matter of half a year or a year, or maybe not even 2 years.
It's a mid
and long-term perspective that we have.
Well, talking about footprint, where are you in Indonesia? I mean, which area are you covering? The whole area, or is it limited to several urban centers, for example?
We grow step by step. So obviously first focus on Jakarta, then we expanded with physical office space in Surabaya, then Bandung, then Bali. And we have listings in more than 30 cities by now. 30. And we're actually expanding along the way. But at the same time, we already have very strong relevance, and we want to focus a lot on improving the quality and the user experience, the engagement that I talked about earlier. So there's still a lot for us to grow in the existing regions and cities.
Okay, unfortunately, we are out of time. I hope you had an interesting conversation. You can learn from the conversation we had. I had an interesting conversation myself. We were talking to Kian Moini from the Lamudi Global, and they're also operating now in Indonesia. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Bye-bye, and see you next time.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Thank you very much.